Hey guys, this is Lizzie from Nerd Time with Captain Lizzie. This is just gonna be like a vlog, I guess. I just wanted to tell you guys about the hackathon that I went to last night. So a hackathon, in the modern sense of the word, is when a bunch of people... Shut up, Calla.
Isn't there only one sense, and that's the
I've never...
Like, as the Romans used to call it, a hackathon was
No. See. So a hackathon, there's like an official like kind of hackathon these days. Like there's a hacker league on the internets that helps people organize like official hackathons, not just like you added the word a-thon to the word hack. So it's like an actual thing. A hackathon is where a bunch of people that are hackers or programmers or designers or whatever get together and then take like 12 hours to just split into teams and build projects and then get judged at the end, and there are like prizes sometimes or whatever. You show up not really knowing what you're going to be programming or designing or hacking, and you get sort of split into teams just based on what you know, what you don't, whatever. So I'm not a computer science major. I just like know some programming. So I showed up to this thing being like, hey, I don't know anybody here, but can I help with a project? And I got thrown onto this team of CS majors. And they were kind of beginners, but they were like really into this whole hacking thing. When people hear the word hack, they think like breaking into the CIA.
Angelina Jolie movie Hackers.
Yeah, that too.
Fine piece of cinema.
But actually the point of a hackathon is to like build your own projects, like make a website or like make an app and not destroy someone else's. But the team I was placed on was determined to break Reddit. And when I first heard this, I was like, that's funny, because we're at a hackathon and you want to hack Reddit. But they were like, no, we're serious. We want to hack Reddit. So what they wanted to do was create a CAPTCHA decoder. You know what a CAPTCHA is? It's like those distorted words you see when you're making an account for something to make sure that you're human and not a program that a bunch of hackers wrote to create a bunch of accounts and break their website, which is exactly what we set out to do. And so the first step was to create a CAPTCHA breaker. And I mean, as like sort of an image processing sort of person, I work the Photoshops, I work the illustrators, I know about images on computers. I was like, this is a really bad idea, this isn't going to work, because CAPTCHAs are specifically designed so that like only human brains can understand what the letters are. And these guys were like, no, we can totally do this, and it's totally doable, and we can do this. And so I was like, okay. So what we need to do is we need to write a script that will take a CAPTCHA image and like get rid of the background like noise and stretch the text back into a line and then recognize the individual letters, and the script will then output the letters that are being displayed. And so I guess we just sort of got to work on that. We tried writing a script in Python. I know a little bit about manipulating pixels in Python, so in the first like hour or so I was like, okay, here's a program that can get rid of the background image noise, and it just spat you out an image that was just like some twisty letters on a screen. But after that I was like, okay, so I think it would be really complicated to try to unstretch these letters because they're all stretched in different ways. In each individual CAPTCHA, they're like, sometimes the letters are over here, or sometimes the letters are down here. And so it would be really complicated to try to detect, just from like a really low quality image, what the CAPTCHA generator had done to the letters to make them that way and then undo it. But my team set out to undo that. And so we got to a point where we got the program to recognize a character, like if there was a character there, and then just like sort of isolate that letter and save that letter as an image file. But it still had no way of like translating it, of reading it. When you're doing reading for a class or something, sometimes you'll get a PDF scan of a document, and you'll open it up in preview or whatever, and sometimes you'll be able to like select the text, and you're like, oh, that's cool, they didn't type this on a computer, but it was scanned in, and now my computer can read it. And that only works if the text is like really clear. And sometimes if you try to copy and paste something from a PDF, it'll misspell things, it'll recognize characters weirdly, it'll like not recognize line breaks, and so it really has a lot to do with the quality of the image. And guess what? CAPTCHAs are really low quality. That's sort of the point. And so my team, which set out to break Reddit, did not break Reddit. I was like, at the beginning of the night, I was like, this isn't gonna work. And then, by 4 in the morning, it still wasn't working. And I also had my first experience with Red Bull last night. It is the grossest thing I've ever tasted in my entire life. And the combination of that with like a whole basket of curly fries I went through earlier in the night, plus the fact that I haven't slept much in the past 3 days. By 6 in the morning, I was like dead on the floor. And someone offered to drive me home, so I was like, yes, thank you, I will do that. And so I was back in my dorm room by 6 in the morning, and then I slept for about 12 hours. And that was my experience with a hackathon. I forgot to mention, I met some really cool people at this hackathon. Like, everyone was just like hanging out, eating pizza, and being nerds. And so now I have a bunch of new friends that are CS majors that think I'm smart because I told them about our CAPTCHA project and how it wasn't going to work, and they were like, oh, that's really cool. And I was like, it's not going to work, and then it didn't work. So I guess I know things about programming. Okay, that's it for nerd time today. I'm gonna go not go to sleep. Bye!